like this. The Late Night Web Show. The Late Night Web Show. It's the Late Night Web Show. The Late Night Web Show. No, I don't like it.
Oh man, how is it going, guys? Welcome to episode 8 of the Late Night Web Show. Please don't start with me. Not you guys, the speakers. So what's up? I have a lot to fill you guys in on. Like I said, this is episode 8. My teleprompter says episode 7. And if I can hear myself a little bit, that means you guys can hear me. So it's been about 5 weeks since our last show. I got really sick. It was kind of weird. It wasn't strep throat, says a professional, and it was weird. My throat was sore. I was sick for like 2 weeks straight, and then it went away for like 2 days, which was cool. And then I got it came back, and it was even worse. And both times I would start talking, especially at night. I would start to talk and I would just start coughing to the point where I was pretty much gonna throw up, and I was dry heaving, and it was freaking gross. So now I get to wear a nice little tight tie around my neck, and yeah, it's been a trip. So I hope everybody's been doing good. I'm just making sure all of the tweets and everything went out. We should be live on YouTube, on latenightweb.com. We should be live on Facebook. We should be live on Periscope. We should be live Twitch, pretty much everywhere, if everything worked correctly. Let's see. I'm checking. Doesn't seem like it is. Damn it. It said it says episode 5. Well, that's cool. It's not 5. That's odd. And the same thing happened with YouTube. It said episode 5, and it's not 5. It's episode 8. So yeah, we're a little late this week. I made a little boo-boo. We have a nice little communication program where everybody who works on the show communicates, and I didn't message everybody that there was a show tonight, so everybody assumed that there wasn't, because I said to just assume there's not a show unless I say there's a show. So the crew wanted to be here. So they're all gonna be here next week. That was my bad. We're also gonna be doing a caption contest this week, which is going to be on our Instagram. So if you go to instagram.com/latenightweb and kind of do all that over there. I've had this caption for a while, or this picture for a while. It was taken from episode 3. So yeah, hope everybody can hear me. I'm not getting any texts from anybody, so I'm going to assume that means everybody can hear me. And things are great. So now I'm going to chill. Whew, it's nice and peaceful in here. So here's what's going to be going on tonight. Let me skip to my next little cue card. We're interviewing somebody who's part of the OG Late Night Web Show crew. So his name's Steven, and he's awesome. If you don't remember him, he was the dude who filled in at the last minute for our technical director position during the first show. So we had somebody who was going to be in the technical director position, or whatever you want to call it, who's switching the cameras. That person bailed. And then Steven was like, yo, I'll do it. So that's great. So we're going to be interviewing him, not for that reason. This dude is all over the news today. I don't really want to say why, but he's been all over the news today, and it's hilarious. He's actually, when I first saw the headline, because I was scrolling through my Facebook, I first saw the headline, I was like, oh, this is probably going to be a dumb news segment. Then I was like, whoa, this is pretty awesome. And then I was reading it, and I'm like, yo, he put this together. That's crazy. So thankfully, he's home. He's on Skype. He's waiting for us to call him a little bit later. Caption contest. We'll just do 1, 2, 3, go. Could it post to Twitter too? I don't even think it's connected to Twitter. Let's see. Nope. All right, whatever. I guess Tony will do it too on Twitter because everybody's watching on Twitter this week. So yeah, there are 2 people in this picture. It was taken from, like I said, when we have the wrapper on. What was that? All right, so let me post this. Why is it doing that? I don't like that. Can't tell if that's the mic or the freaking lights. All right, so I'll pick some, Tony will pick some, and then we'll go over our top 3, and you get to win some bragging rights. And once we have shirts done in the next month or so, you'll get some of those too. So, so everybody was fine, right? I have like this weird kind of fear. This is just off topic. Anytime I've taken a nap and have been like thoroughly satisfied with the nap, because I always have trouble sleeping. I don't sleep very well, ever. But sometimes I take naps and I just like pass the hell out and I feel great. Every time that's happened, which hasn't happened in a while, somebody I care about has died, whether it be a family member or whether it be Steve Jobs or the Rev from Avenged Sevenfold, or just anybody that I have an emotional attachment to. Anytime I have a nice deep rest, somebody dies, and it's crazy to the point where I try not to nap anymore, just because it's a crazy irrational fear. But this time, I was sick, so I was taking lots of naps, and I was like, whoa, nothing bad's happened. And then all of a sudden, we find out that every fat, white, bald man in Hollywood is a terrible, terrible piece of crap, garbage person. So you have everybody from Harvey Weinstein. I almost wrote on my notes Steve Harvey, but that is not, he didn't do anything. I would hope not, I'd be devastated. I mean, I'm devastated in general, but there are certain people where I'd be like, no. Harvey Weinstein, not to be confused with Steve Harvey, doing a bunch of crap. You have a bunch of men doing stuff to women and men, if you're John Travolta. Turns out he's the next one going down, according to Reddit this morning. And then you have Louis C.K., which was one of my favorite comedians of all time. He didn't force anything. He just like made himself masturbate in front of people, which is a really odd thing to do. And I guess the thing that sucks about him was he was denying all that stuff as early as last month. So in September, he was doing an interview. He's like, no, I have kids. I wouldn't do that. They're just rumors. These women want attention. And then it was the New York Times did like a hit piece on him and just like took him down. And then he's like, yeah, all those allegations were true. And I was like, really? I mean, not only are they true, which makes you a terrible person, but you were just lying for like 3 years. So yeah, that's just ridiculous. So other than that, tweet me. Let me know what you've been up to for the last 5 or 6 weeks. It's been a long time, but that doesn't mean I haven't been not doing anything. Over there on the other side of the studio, we have some really cool changes going on, which I'm not going to talk about now. We're getting a green screen set up over there for future segments on this show. We're getting some things fixed in terms of pretty much everything over here. We now have a tech room camera, which I will throw to. I mean, nobody's in there. Might as well throw to it. So in the future episodes, when we have people in there, we can throw to the tech room. Instead of everybody shouting, they'll have their own camera and stuff. So there's the tech room camera. Hopefully it didn't fall over. I'll be in there in a little bit once we get to a proper segment. I'll be over there when I'm getting Steven all queued up. So yeah, this is fun. I don't like the dead silence. And probably the first week in December, I'll be giving out tickets for this show. So this place will start to get packed and it'll be fun. And we'll have audience members, it's gonna be Christmas time, there's gonna be all sorts of cool stuff. So before I throw into our first break, I just wanted to go over some of our sponsors because we have 3 sponsors on the show tonight. I'm gonna talk about 2 of them. Actually, we have 4, I'm gonna talk about 3. The first one is a company called Restream.io if you wanna figure out how we're streaming to multiple platforms at the same time. We have really nice internet over here, but streaming to multiple sources at the same time could lead to some problems. So with Restream, you connect all of your accounts into their server and you send one stream to them and they restream it to everybody else. So if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, that's all of the restreamed stream, and there's only about a 2-second delay. So we're trying to be as live as possible. So they're great. So if you're looking for something, they start off with free plans and then you can pay to have some more plans. But yeah, check them out. Another big one, I will be making a commercial for them, which we will air probably later on this weekend. Prank Dial. They are a great service. As you all know, I retired from prank calls. I don't do them anymore. I'm never going to do them. Well, never say never. But they have a service where you can do pranks and prank calls, and they do it for you. So they have pre-recorded prank calls. You pick the one you want. If you haven't used it, you go to their website, and there you get 3 calls for free. And they record it, and you can listen to it, and it's pretty cool. So I have one. I worked with them a few years ago for the Where is Jared prank call. So you can search for Jared or Where is Jared. And that they've made over 1 million calls with the Where is Jared call. So we're going to be doing a contest with them probably starting next week into the Christmas season, where you can make your own pranks with Prank Dial, and the best one wins. So if you guys are watching now, you get a head start on all of that. And then our third and final sponsor that we're going to talk about tonight is BuyMagicDownloads.com. They are a magic company that strictly sells digital downloads. So I don't know if you've ever purchased magic tricks online. They usually send you a DVD with like a gimmick or whatever. All of these you could just download right away and just start learning, which is pretty cool. So they have everything from mentalism stuff to card tricks to coin tricks and money and all that fun stuff. There's like 2,500 items that you can instantly download from their website. So if you want to go there, check it out. And if you want to go to buymagicdownloads.com/free, you can get a free trick, which I will be using in the commercial, which will hopefully go well. So if you wanted to get into magic, or you just want, I don't know, something to do, you could probably learn it in about 4 or 5 minutes, the trick. So it's buymagicdownloads.com/free. And I'll have all those links on Twitter, and we're gonna have commercials and everything kind of rolling into next week. It's just taken me a lot longer to get back on my feet than expected. So one more time, if you want to go to instagram.com/late-night-web, do the caption contest, or twitter.com/late-night-web, do the Twitter contest. So I was supposed to have the commercial, so I wasn't plugging everybody and then throwing to more commercials, but we have to throw to some commercials. Going to get the dumb news segment all set up, and then we're going to have fun. I'm excited. So which one is that? That one. Here we go. All right, I'll be right back, guys.
When kids are coming into my classroom, they know that Mr. Jackson is the rapping teacher. We call it the remainder. That's the number that remains. Technology is a huge piece of education. Using the pen for the first time on the Windows 10 PC is great. I'm able to highlight different rhyme schemes. I can actually see my lines when I'm shading in. I can change the weight, drawing directly on my screen. I couldn't do this on my Mac. I can definitely see the future happening. I mean, I feel like the sky's the limit.
Hi, it doesn't matter who I am. Jared's not going to scream and yell at you to support the show, but I am. What is wrong with you? Are you stupid? Do you want me to literally kill you and everyone you've ever loved? Support the show on Patreon for just $10 a month. You get all these amazing perks, and will help the continued development of this perfect show. You can also tell your friends about the show, which costs you nothing. Did you just say you don't have friends? Well, go find some. Go make a stupid friend and tell them about this show. Don't make me come over there. I know where you live.
All right, there we go. There we go. Thank you for everybody texting me that there's no audio. Craziness. All right. Cool. All right, now the audio's back. Thank God. All right, and now the camera's falling. I can't make this up. Why is this? Why? Why? I'm gonna fix you. You know what? I'll just do it level then. I don't like that. That shouldn't be tilting. Oh, because there's usually somebody here holding it. That's why. Whoops. I'm like, why is it tilting? But every other week it's not tilting. And that's because we usually have Travis behind camera one. Actually, we'll pan out a little bit. We'll come up, right? There we go. Level it out a bit. We usually got good old Travis, who's and Brandon doing this stuff instead of. There we go. I was confused as to why it was not like that any other week. Oh well, guys. Can't expect perfection. I mean, I do. Jesus Christ. All right. So then what the hell happened? So then I guess I didn't actually turn my mic off when I thought I did. Oh well. So our first dumb news story is that an Egyptian groom was shot in the genitals during celebration, which I'm going to assume he means he got married. Okay, so an Egyptian, why does it say bridegroom? That freaks me out. I'm just wondering, I'm not trying to make a joke. I've heard that term before, bridegroom. Why not just say groom or bride? Why does that have to be a bridegroom? Unless it's, I don't even know. I don't even want to go there with what I think that is. All right, he was seriously injured, so he was in Egypt, after he was hit by shotgun pellets fired by a guest celebrating his wedding. The groom suffered serious injuries to the testicles, thigh, and hand, and is being treated in the hospital. I guess maybe he tried to block it with his hands. I mean, that's fine. I can't even read his name from here. I need glasses. He was 28. He's still alive, so he is 28. He was enjoying his last night being single when the weapon was accidentally fired at him rather than into the air. I've never been to a wedding where this happens. Police say the gun was negligently fired by a 26-year-old man. They say that the man fled soon after the incident, but he was later arrested and he's now being questioned. I mean, if it was an accident, then who cares? Reports of the incident has provoked a strong reaction on social media, with many people saying that that tradition at weddings should be banned. I mean, I didn't even know it was a tradition, but yeah, I guess so. I don't know. And then somebody tweeted, "Why did you do this? If this was you when you were happy, what would you have done if you were angry or upset?" That's very confusing, because I mean, I think it was an accident. I wasn't there. I don't know. But I'm thinking if you accidentally shoot somebody, it's an accident. But if you did it on purpose, I mean, what a way though. If you're gonna shoot somebody, the best time to do it, I'm not condoning this, but I'm saying if you were to do it, the best time to do it is on his wedding day. And the best place to do it is his testicles on his wedding day. I hope the guy's okay, but God. And at least it was a pellet. If it was a bullet, that'd be crazy. But pellets, I'm sure he'll be fine. And the thing that sucks about these articles is we don't know if he's gonna be fine. They do like half-ass reporting because these stories are just so crazy and so dumb that they provide almost no detail. So we should probably do follow-ups to these, where a few weeks later we do like dumb news follow-ups, like where are they now kind of things. But now we're gonna bring it back to America because it just gets crazy from here. Tulsa, Oklahoma teenager was rushed to the hospital after he attempted to pull a prank on his friend. And you're probably wondering, Jared, what could he have done that he ended up in the hospital? It all started when an 18-year-old went under the friend's car to hide in Tulsa. That's where you just said. The friend, who's an employee at a fast food restaurant, got into the vehicle, not knowing his friend was underneath the car, and just put it in reverse and ran the kid over. God. Investigators say the 18-year-old was taken to the nearby hospital with head and leg injuries. Now that's terrible, but what kind of prank are you trying to pull on your friend, especially with a car? You're gonna hide under the car, that's fine. I have two stories involving a car, which was terrible. I hid under a car once. I was almost in the same situation, except I wasn't trying to pull a prank. I was trying to play manhunt, and my neighbor, well, two neighbors over, they had like a little, it was like a big truck kind of thing. So I hid under that. We were playing at like midnight. And I guess the dad was leaving to go to work. And I heard him, but I thought it was the other team. I don't know if you've ever played Manhunt. It's like hide and seek in the dark, but they're teams and there's a base. And it's crazy. It's intense. And it was in the middle of winter. So it was cold. It was freezing. Oh, one of my friends already got horrifically injured. Somebody was peeing from a tree. And it was crazy. It was a crazy night. So I decided the best place to hide was under the truck. So the neighbor came, started the truck out, and then I got out from under it. Once I heard it start, I was like, that's not good. Because when I heard the door open, I was like, maybe, I don't know. Then, I was like, okay, so I crawled back out from under it. I don't know if he saw me. I don't know. I never really spoke to him about it, so I don't really know if he saw it. And the next story was with cars. I was running, and I was leaving McDonald's with a friend of mine, then I saw my one other friend from high school, so I went to say hi. So I thought it would be fun to jump through the window and say hi, and the mom was getting the order, so the mom was driving, obviously I was in high school. So she went to shut the windows after grabbing the food, not realizing I was there, and my head got like stuck in between the car and the window, and there was my head, and I screamed, and then she was freaking out and released my head and didn't kill me. But I'm pretty sure if I didn't scream, she probably just would have drove off with me hanging my head in the car. So I see where this kid was going. I get the whole let me hide under the car as a prank, but then he never really thought of like, well, now what? And he got run over. So I hope he survives and is okay. But now we're going back on the other side of the world to Japan. Love the scent of fried chicken? KFC releases bath bombs that will leave you smelling like the 11 secret herbs and spices. This is a real story. This is only in Japan, though. They turned its signature dish into a fried chicken scented bath bomb. That sounds disgusting. That is disgusting. I've used bath bombs. They smell great. I cannot imagine using a fried chicken. That would make me puke. I don't know. All of you tweet me at Late Night Web if you would actually do this. Apparently they're doing like limited runs and they're drumstick shape soaps. That just sounds disgusting. I would just end up puking. So it's like some sort of lottery that they're doing in Japan, and if you win, you get one, or you get the chance to buy one. Ugh, that is crazy. That is just ridiculous. I'm very confused. Oh, these are captions. Gotcha. I was like, what? So yeah, police. Okay, so this is not a policeman. This is just the police say a man shoots himself in the penis while robbing hot dog stands. We have, I think, 1 or 2 more penis stories tonight. The 19-year-old man who shot himself in the penis after allegedly holding up a South Side hot dog stand Tuesday won't be going home when he's released from the hospital. Yeah, you'd think. Why does that even have to be said in there? Trenin Pouncey, that's a weird name, remained at, I don't care what hospital he's in, suffering from injuries Thursday. Oh God, he missed his hearing because obviously, I just want to hear about what happened. He was found slumped on the steps of a home across the street from the hot dog stand in Chicago that he robbed at gunpoint at 6 a.m. on Halloween. Ugh, that is, and then he went to put the gun away and shot himself. Just don't rob places. Another fun story that relates to my life, not making everything about me. I once witnessed a robbery. I don't know if I told the story on the show or I told it recently on my podcast or something, but who cares? We're gonna tell it again because why not? There's nobody here to like nod if they've heard the story or not, but I went to a Waffle House. My brother called, it was the night before my birthday. He's like, yo, let's go celebrate your birthday early. Let's go to the Waffle House. I was like, I don't even want to go to the Waffle House. Like, who willingly goes to the Waffle House? I thought that was only when you are driving and you're like just starving. You're like, oh, here's a Waffle House. Nothing good happens in a Waffle House. But I was like, you know what, we'll go. Who cares? And to be honest, I don't think I was ever at one. So I was like, cool. So we went to one near my parents' house. And we're just eating. No, we didn't even get our food yet. We ordered. And then a dude comes in wearing a ski mask, holds a gun to the lady's head behind the counter, demands money. And she's like, I don't have the money. We have to go back into the safe. And then just leaves. So the dude's just standing there kind of holding everybody up. And turns out it wasn't loaded, thankfully, his gun. But still, it was pretty crazy. This isn't even dumb news. This is just amazing news. Celebrity pastor demands footage of him relieving churchgoer's erection to be aired on live TV. So apparently, this celebrity pastor in South Africa went to this couple's house. This is very unclear what he did. Okay, so this apparently happened during church. So he went to the couple's house at first because this couple was going about 4 or 5 months. They said they were hungry. I can't even read this word for word because this is so bizarre. The couple was hungry. So he went over to their house. I don't know what he did there. Then they went to his church. This is on television. And he's like saying a prayer, and the man gets an erection. And him and his wife are so excited that he drops his pants and they start having sex while the cameras are rolling in this church. So his show was canceled. This doesn't even make sense because it doesn't say if it aired or not. This is in South Africa, so we need to just assume it aired? I don't know. So his show was banned on TV for being pornographic, and he is like demanding that it's shown on TV. I don't know. But he's I'm not saying he's great or not, but I can't imagine a situation where a man standing around me would arouse me. It's just not my thing. But especially with TV cameras and a crowd, like the pressure, it would be crazy. That is an apparently real story. And teens arrested for stealing pizza delivery woman's car. This happened in Florida, of course. 2 teens are charged with stealing a Bonita Spring delivery driver's pizza car. An incident happened in June? What? Why are they reporting on this now? Maybe because they were just convicted. So apparently they placed a fake order across the street. When the lady came, she left her keys in the car and the car unlocked. I don't understand why people do this, especially for a delivery driver. Is it really that hard to just start your car up every 2 seconds? So she got out of the car, left the keys in the ignition, went to deliver. While there was the confusion, the kids from across the street ran, jumped in the car, took off, and stole it. Crazy. This is great. Man uses match to check for natural gas and sets his house on fire. It doesn't even say where he's from. He installed some sort of gas heater, and then he smelled gas coming from like his basement or his crawl space. So he went down there and struck a match because he couldn't see. And then his whole place went up in flames. He has first-degree burns on his face and his arms. He burned his eyebrows off and his eyelashes and most of his hair. That is crazy. He survived. He's fine. But that just seems like something out of like a Dumb and Dumber movie, which is just crazy. And our final story, I don't think this involves penises, which is good. Detroit police officers fight each other in undercover operation gone wrong. I hope to God Detroit has the cams, the police body cams, and they release this footage because this sounds amazing. The case of the good guys going after the good guys. This is now a Detroit Police Department internal investigation into 2 different precincts getting into their own turf war as they covered an East Side neighborhood. So they were pretty much trying to do a drug deal, and they both went undercover, and the real police showed up, and I guess this is very unclear what happened. There's like 2 different stories here. So they're not saying what happened because it's an investigation, but what they lead everybody to believe who's reading this is that this one cop or multiple cops were undercover, and so were these other cops as drug dealers. Then when the cops showed up to arrest everybody, they didn't know that these people were undercover. So that led to everybody drawing their weapons at each other and having like this crazy standoff while they're trying to prove that they're undercover police officers. That's nuts. That's pretty amazing. I would like to see that. So there were all these different teams showing up, and no one knew who was who. And they didn't even say what happened, but they got all this information from the homeowner across the street who got to watch all of this happen. Oh, there's another one. Texas cop lures injured woman into hospital with big red soda. Pretty much the paramedics arrived on scene. This husband called 911 that his wife was having like chest pains, and they found her on the floor. They didn't seem that anything was wrong with her, so they wanted to get her to the hospital to do some tests. She didn't want to go, and she said she just wants a big red soda. Who the hell just willingly drinks big red soda? I mean, I'm not one to talk, I'm not one to judge. So the paramedics were like, okay, if you agree to go to the hospital, we'll get you a big red soda. So then they took her to the hospital, got her all hooked up, and then they brought a big red soda. That's just more of like an act of kindness, I guess. I mean, I'm stubborn as all hell, so I guess you'd have to lure me to the hospital with food. I don't know. If professionals are telling me something's wrong with me, I guess so. But if I was by myself, yeah, I'd have to be Lord with food. Another shout out to Destiny. They are also helping fund this show. I was a bit parched, but now I no longer am, thanks to Destiny. All right, guys, so we're going to cut to Steven in just a little bit, but I want to throw to a video I shot for you guys. If you missed my React video that I did the last show, you'll still get this video, but making a continuation of that video. So I'm going to hopefully produce an original video every week for this show that we can kind of throw to. So if you want to go check it out, it'll be about 7.5 minutes. So it's kind of a long video. So I'm going to throw to that in just a second. So we'll be right back, and then when we come back, we will be in the tech room, and you get to see Steven and find out what he did that he's all over the news this week. All right, we're rolling in 3, 2. Who's at the door? Oh. It's my party people. What's up, party people? It's your boy J-Rat here with another video. I just want to say thanks for all of the love. Thanks for all of the smashing of the like button on my React video. We got not 1, not 3, but 200 views on the YouTube.com. That's right, boys. We went viral! And celebrate, I got some cotton candy. You know how I do. Your boy J-Rat's crazy. I'm so thirsty. Destiny back at it again with their sponsorship. I literally could not make these videos without the Destiny in my pocket. Quenching all day. Carolina forest fires needs Destiny. They told me to not say that, but that's okay. So I would say about 100% of you loved, well, I would say most of you actually, well, according to the comments, most of you hated my J-Rat Reacts video, but I thought it was amazing. So a lot of y'all been tweeting me, been saying some stuff, lots of nice stuff, lots of love, LOL. I just want to say thank you for all the love and the positivity, spread those positive vibes. But there was some of y'all trying to get under my skin. Ooh, and your boy J-Rat won't let that happen. No, he won't. I said I won't. You may think I will, but I won't. So I'm gonna read some of the tweets that y'all have been sending me, and I'm gonna fire back because I don't put up with that. And again, thanks for all the love. I don't really even read it, but the haters, they get to me. They freaking get to me. So, And the first tweet's from Brutal Omaha, and he says, "Yo J-Rat, why does your neck look like it came from a giraffe?" Well, that's just because I'm tall and lanky. So my neck just happens to be long, and you know what? Giraffes are freaking awesome. So, I got you back. At Kuwana says, "If laughter is the best medicine, why hasn't your face cured the world yet?" You know what? You're ugly. I don't even look. I can't even see your profile. But you know what? You're an ugly piece of crap, Kuwana. Moana's better. So F you. The next tweet is from Gabuko Mistufika. What a stupid name, but he or she's a hater. Or I don't want to get no pronouns screwed up. He or she is a hater. Saying, "Watching your last show made me wish you'd tie your tie so tight you'd start losing circulation." Oh, so you wish that I would die? I don't understand. That was pretty interesting. Next one is from Zytro Music. He's my boy. He has an album coming out soon, so make sure you pre-order that. He says, "If I had a life like yours, I would pay to have a hypnotist try to hypnotize me too. Anything to rid the thought of failure." Okay, the next tweet is from Punk K9 Unit. I've known him for years. He's a great kid. He says, "Next time you play webcam games, race to see who could drink bleach first. I hope you'd win." And to that I say it's a little messed up. I just. Next one's from Charlie _2814. He says, "Note to self, someday you'll go far in your career." Thanks, man. Everybody's been talking mad crap. This is pretty intense. And then he says, "Check the first 3 letters of this tweet for a secret reveal." N-O-T. So it spells I'm not gonna let the haters get to me. Not gonna let the haters get to me, man. Ah, you guys are good. You guys are good. Where's the next one? Where's the next damn tweet? Next one's from Gapelin14. I've seen that before. Nothing but great things all the time to me. You're a gutsy guy, and I admire that. You're not afraid to try something different, even if you're not good at it. Well, thank you. That's kind of like a backhanded. On an unrelated note, got any more raps coming out? Yo, I put so much work into those. I put so much time. I don't even like this shit. And Daphne said this would be a great idea to do. They said they were laughing at tweets for hours. Then our final one is from James the Nerd. He's great. He's great. He said, "Did you take on those puppets as your children because you don't think you'd be good as a real dad?" That's exactly why. Alright guys, it's your boy J-Rad. Feel free to send me some nice tweets once in a while, cause I feel like I'm gonna puke. That was this week's video of mean tweets. Like I said, feel free to send me more nice tweets this time, I guess, and remember, don't let the haters get you if you haven't done it already. Smash that like button and subscribe to my channel, cause there are so many haters out there. If you liked this video, comment something nice for me, please. Alrighty, we are back. Let me get the right camera up. There we go. All right, so we are back. We are in the tech room. Let me just get Steven all queued up over here. Da-na-na-na-na. Oops, forgot to reset my camera. Tech room needs some love, but we're getting there. So, gonna hang this probably up there for next time. All right, so let's get Steven on the line. Hopefully I remember how to do this. Oh yeah, you can turn this off. So that video will go up on the YouTubes tomorrow. And I really think me reading mean tweets should be a series. I mean, all the other late night shows do it, so I think I should do it too. All right, so let's call him, actually. The music's been stuck in my head all the time. All right. Oops, that's not what I need. All right, so there he is. Let's call. Oops. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, Steven.
Hey, hey, what's up?
Not much. How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How about you, man?
I'm doing all right. I'm just pulling you up full screen.
Let's see. Yeah.
There we go. All right, so you can hear me all right?
Yeah, I can hear you good, man.
Okay, cool. So let me get back out to the set, and then we'll start chit-chatting. Oh, wait, no, I can just do this. Duh.
Can you see me all right?
Yeah, I can see you fine. You look great.
Cool.
There we go. Should probably take my phone. So how has it been since you were last here in July?
It's been pretty great, man. Just been pretty much working, going to school, and doing stuff. That's about it, really.
Gotcha. Well, that's fun. I'm glad you're able to get out of work in time to do this interview, so
yeah.
I appreciate it. So
Yeah, as you can see, I'm in my car in a Walmart parking lot, so
yeah, that sounds pretty shady. All right, so I guess, how do we even explain? I guess if we want to tell everybody why you're all over the news today, just start off with that.
So yeah, this is an interesting story. So basically, what happened was I'd say about a month and a half ago. I think it was about a month and a half ago. Me and my friend Morgan, we were on our way to a concert in Atlanta. It was Paramore, by the way, if you wanted to know who it was. It was a great show, by the way.
I have never seen them, but I've heard amazing things about them.
They were absolutely amazing. If you ever get the chance to go see them, go, because they are absolutely fantastic.
Well, they're on my list.
But yeah, we were on our way to Atlanta. We were bored, and we came up with the idea. Is like, let's just create this like crazy Facebook event page, and just something absolutely bizarre. And we didn't expect pretty much anyone to go to it. We thought it was just going to be like us two, and basically what it was, we wanted it to be something cool. So we decided we came up with a group just yelling chocolate from SpongeBob. You know that episode in SpongeBob where they,
Yes.
they yell, or that one fish is just yelling SpongeBob, yelling chocolate at SpongeBob and Patrick.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah, so we came up with a time and a place, and we put it on Facebook. And later that night, I checked on the event page, and it got over like 200 or 300 shares just in that one night. And by the time it came up, it actually happened last night. And by the time last night, I think it had over almost 400 people saying they're going to it, over 1,400 saying they're interested, and like over 500 shares or something crazy like that.
And that was just for people to meet up in the same place and just start screaming chocolate.
Basically, just for people to meet up at this one location. It was called Palafox Pier. It's in Pensacola, Florida, in downtown Pensacola, Florida.
Okay.
Basically, it's just a little pier by the water. We went down there when Pokemon Go was still a thing. We went down there. That was a pretty popular spot, so we decided to go with it. So last night we headed on down there. We created a time. Basically said we're going to start this thing at exactly 6 on the dot. So basically that was when everybody just starts yelling chocolate. And so we got there about 20 minutes before, and there was already about, I'd say, well over 50 people were there at that one place.
My God.
We had there was a guy that showed up with a little portable karaoke system, blaring SpongeBob trap remixes.
That's pretty amazing. So, God. And I saw from some of the pictures, there was a guy, like people were dressing up as SpongeBob characters.
Oh yeah, this is one guy there. He was dressed up as Smitty Worthen Ingerman-Jensen. This one other guy had like a full like actual fish replica like mask on.
My God.
There was another guy there that had a professional video camera. He came with like a professional video camera. Made a YouTube video. Which I think I tagged you in.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll post that right after we get off of this, because that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome. And So all that went down. I've got videos and pictures and everything on the event. And so after all this madness went down, people even brought like actual chocolate bars. I think I bought like 10 of them. People brought like a whole bunch of chocolate bars and just gave them out to everyone.
That's pretty incredible.
And my favorite part was there was an old lady there. She was like, looked like she was about 65 or 70 years old. Brought her and her dog and just yelling chocolate.
That's pretty crazy, because if I had to guess, I would have said that nobody over 50 even knows what we're talking about right now.
I know. That was like my absolute favorite part to that whole thing. But yeah, after the whole thing went down, after all this crazy stuff went down, I got a message from a news anchor from one of the local news stations saying if it was okay to cover this as a story. I was like, heck yeah.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it ended up being on the news. Another local news website messaged me as well, asking to cover it. So I got on 2 local news stations.
That's amazing.
So, yeah, this was probably one of the greatest events of this year that has happened to me. Probably in my life, to be honest with you.
Yeah, no, that's pretty crazy, especially since you just kind of did it just to kind of troll, and then you guys had to actually kind of do it.
Pretty much just all as a joke. Didn't even expect anyone to show up. I mean, it was crazy how many people showed up. And there would have been a lot more people also. There was people saying how they wish they could have made it. Like they had work, or they were sick, or a lot of people didn't even know about it. So
right.
So we're thinking about starting up a new one. Like making like a page like dedicated to meme meetups.
Right. No, that's actually pretty crazy. And I think you're onto something pretty brilliant, just getting everybody together and doing stuff. Because when Pokemon Go came out, it was, I mean, nobody does it here in Myrtle Beach, but it was pretty incredible in some of like the more populated areas, just like mobs of people all just forming out of nowhere and just, ugh, that freaks me out. But so what, do you have any other ideas for your next meme meetup, or you're just figuring it out still?
Maybe another SpongeBob reference.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with SpongeBob. Thinking about just maybe asking around and seeing what people want and going from there.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Now that you have a following on that page, you could your next event could like target all of those people. So I think, I don't know, you're onto something that's just going to keep getting bigger and probably crazier. So
I hope so.
Yeah. So how did I guess how many people there knew that you were the ones that put it together, or were you just kind of just laying low watching it happen?
There was a few people that knew, mainly because I posted in the discussions. I posted updates about it. So I didn't think anybody really knew it was created by us, but there was a few people that kind of knew, that close friends of mine, and that I told about. But like once I got there, I told everyone that it was me and my friend that made it all. So a lot of people didn't actually go and see like the discussion. They just found out from like word of mouth and like from other friends telling them, and people bringing other people. So,
That's
but
awesome.
yeah, it was all fun. Like I made a whole lot of new friends last night. Met a whole bunch of cool people. So that was the best part of it all, honestly.
Yeah, that's cool. Because I mean, if you're gonna go to something like that, you have to be pretty cool just to to want to do it and to
I'm pretty sure
understand
we
what's happening.
gained a whole lot of people last night too, because there was a lot of people surrounding the area. So
Yeah, no, that's awesome. And I'll let me find out where that video is so I can post about it, because that was actually, there we go. So yeah, I'm going to share this on the live stream, and then on, where are we, people? On the Late Night Web Twitter and stuff, just so people can check it out. For just being last night, that dude put it together really quickly.
he did, yeah. He put it together in about like an hour after the event got over. So.
That's crazy. Meme meetup. That's funny. All right. So, wow. That's crazy. So yeah, thank you for taking the time to share that. I think that's just crazy, and even better that you guys got on the news and people are actually covering this as a thing. In the video, which people will see,
That
there
was the
was
best part of it all.
yeah. I guess whoever brought the boombox, they did a nice little sweet victory sing
Yeah.
along, which was pretty. I don't know, it's just so weird to watch because like especially SpongeBob and that episode, even though it's a very popular episode, like it's just so weird to me like seeing it as a kid and then seeing like years later people still remembering and getting together just to scream chocolate.
And I didn't even tell I didn't tell my mom about this at all. And today she was like, she was like, I saw you on the news.
I mean, for all the things to be seen on the news for, that's probably one of the most bizarre, but also probably like the least concerning.
Yeah, at least it's not a mugshot.
Yeah, exactly. Could have been way worse. So
Oh yeah.
I assume they weren't mad or anything.
Oh no, they were laughing.
Okay. Yeah, I just figured I'd ask because that's just nuts. That's just freaking nuts. So wow. But yeah, thank you for taking the time to do this. I look forward to many more updates, and we'll have you on each time you do something crazy. Now, my last question: were there cops there? Like, did cops show up, or was it just kind of just very chill?
That was my concern, was if it got too big, cops would show up because like we were blaring, like people were blaring music and everything, and this one guy had subwoofers just blaring trap music, SpongeBob trap music everywhere. He named his playlist the Krusty Krunk. So
Wow.
but no cops showed up, so that was a good thing. Nobody got arrested. So
Yeah. Well, that's cool. Well, good. And I hope it stays that way.
I hope so too.
All right, man. Well, thank you for taking the time to do this, and I will speak to you again soon.
No problem. Yeah, man, it was good talking to you.
Yeah, it was good talking to you, and have a good night.
You too. See ya.
That's it. All right. And so that was Steven. I have no idea if, there we go. So that hung up. So hopefully the camera switched correctly. Hopefully you don't see two of me. That'd be weird. Side by side. But you might. Who knows? I could turn the other thing off as we go to wrap up this show. Yeah, you do. Yeah, we'll leave it up. We'll leave it the F up. No? I don't know. Yeah, I'll go turn it off while I wrap this show up because that's annoying. My little remote here doesn't do that. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Boom. Oops. Nope. 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 Okay. So we're good now. All right. Now, to figure out the caption contest winner. Woo! It's going to be freaking crazy here with the audience shows. We might have to start doing shows with audiences and then without audiences just to kind of get the vibe right because I like interacting with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to like these people very much. The first show was cool with a nice audience, but I knew most of them. I'm worried about like 150 something strangers. All right. So Tony sent me two. So the first one is from Firehawk, aka Tim. He for the caption contest. He said, "Dude, chill. It's not that kind of web show." Okay. If you haven't seen which picture we're referring to, check the Late Night Web Twitter. That's actually pretty funny. And oh god, I see now people are going to claim that I'm biased. Oh boy. So second one is from Teresa, who is lovely and my girlfriend. She said, "When you see a celebrity trending and you're mentally preparing to find out if they're dead or a rapist." God, that is true. Oh boy. And let me see if there's God, from all of these. Dat Tyler97 wrote, "When you graduated and still get schooled." I get that because that's kind of referencing that. Another one from Lockhart N20 says, 200, says, "When you wake up from a coma to check if Friday Night Cranks is still around, but then realize there's now a late night web show." If you were in a coma, you'd be in a coma for a long ass time. And this is the I don't know how well this is going to show, but that's the picture for those who are wondering. My nice face. Oh boy, what was that? Why does it keep doing that? Oh, is it because of this? That's why. That's why. I have to strategically. I used to have pins for this so it stays in one spot, but no. Oh boy. And then we're going to check the Twitters to see if there are any that slipped the grasp. And then I don't even know if I'm going to be able to pick a winner now because I like all of them. Let's see if. Oh yeah, and I also tweeted the meme meetup video. Some Pug Canine Unit said, "I wish my beard looks as good as Tony Jackson's." Yep. I don't understand what this picture is. Oh, because there's nobody there. When you realize the Beatles is a pun. I don't know what that means. God. Also, when you see Kevin Spacey in public and he walks towards you. Oh, Jesus. All right, so I'm going to pick. Oh, God. All right, we'll do. Jeez. We have to do top 4, so we got to do. We'll do top 4 in these 4 win. Let's see. We'll do. I wish my beard looked as good as Tony Jackson's. Yep, because I was probably actually thinking that when I made that face. We'll have that, and then we have. Let's see. When you wake up from a coma to check if Friday Night Cranks is still around, but then realize there's now a late night web show. When you see a celebrity trending and you're mentally preparing to find out if they're dead or a rapist. And dude, chill, it's not that kind of web show. And then also that Tyler with when you graduate and still get schooled. Those are all my favorites. All of you will be getting, I almost said Friday Night Crank shirts. You'll be getting late night web show shirts once they're in production, hopefully before the end of this year. You'll be added to the list. That's crazy. So caption contest though, and then we're gonna do. I don't want to give away too much, but we're gonna aim for. I announced it last week, but we'll aim for. Let's see, as it gets into December, we'll do. Nope. Yeah. So Tuesday, December 5th. So the first show in December. So in 3 shows, we will be doing the first annual late night web show hot sauce eating competition. So I put out an ad a few weeks ago for people who can handle hot foods, and I got like 35-ish to 50 responses. Can't tell how many people are serious. I'm gonna say like 35-ish legit responses from people who claim to be like champions in the area to like, they eat habaneros every day for dinner, and like just really, really intense people that would take this way too seriously, including myself. I will be competing against them as well. We're gonna get a bunch of people here. We're gonna line them up. We're gonna start off with jalapenos, and we're gonna go all the way up to Carolina Reaper peppers, and I will be participating. There'll be some rules, and we're gonna try and get it down to 1 person. So if any of you have any suggestions of how to narrow this down, because my fear is that most of these people will make it through the first round, and then what do? We have a bunch of winners, and it's stupid. And now I'm very confused about this Beatles thing. Oh, because it's the Beatles. I get it now. Okay, from the way it's spelled. I get it now, James. Thank you for all that information. So, yeah, so we're going to start with jalapenos, go all the way up to Carolina Reaper peppers. And the 2 rules are you cannot throw up or you'll lose. 3 rules. You cannot physically leave the set. So, like, people can't leave and go to the bathroom and, down water from the sink. So you cannot leave this set. And 3, there's going to be probably Destiny water and milk in front of people. And then if you take a sip of anything or eat anything that's in front of you, you lose. So we will have protection. If people want to drink some milk and kind of calm down and go home, they can. But if they do that, they lose. Or if they can voluntarily quit. So those will be the 3 rules. And like I said, I'll be participating. I've never had, I think the hottest pepper I've had, to my knowledge, unless there was stuff that I wasn't aware of, is probably like, I don't know, whatever a step above habanero is. I've had some really hot stuff before, but not in this setting. So that's going to be crazy. Then I'm also going to look around to see if there's anything hotter than a Carolina Reaper, but I don't think there is. That's supposedly the hottest around, supposedly. So there'll probably be about 8 rounds. So that'll be fun. That'll be a majority of the show December 5th. So if any of you want to participate, if you're in the area and want to participate, let me know. Or if you want to get to the area to participate, let me know and you will be on the list. If not, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. And James the Nerd says, if you send me the names of what they are, I'll do it too. Okay, you could also, oh Jesus, if you want to participate from home, James, why? The last time you were on this show, you got pretty injured, which has to be one of my favorite moments on the show. Not to be an asshole, but you got really injured. So I don't know if you actually want to do this again, but if you actually want to participate from home, we'll have you up on the screen too, and we can all do this together, which would be friggin' crazy. And there'll be more rules if you're competing online. The winner, I haven't decided what the winner gets, but it has to be something since these are going to be like random ass people. We have to have something physically here, and then if you win at home, you can win something too. So if you want to participate, DM me on Twitter, and I'll send you the 8 or so peppers, and you have to get them yourself, sadly. But yeah, it's going to be fun. So I'm excited for that. So if you're not going to be checking in, I know the holidays are going to be coming up. December 5th, the show you're not going to want to miss. Then we'll do a little New Year's party too, and maybe a Christmas party. We're going to have Santa coming in the next few weeks. We're going to have some carolers on the show. It's not going to be a Christmas show. We're going to be doing more of like a Christmas month show. So, all right. And if you want to ask me any questions before I wrap this thing up, that was episode 8. So next week the crew will be back. We'll probably have some people in the audience still. I really screwed up by not telling anybody there's a freaking show tonight. Expect shows every week from now on. I don't plan on getting sick anymore. So who knows? So tweet me some questions or post them in the Facebook chat. I'll check them in just a minute. And then we'll wrap everything up. This was a quick hour. Jeez. So I hope everybody had fun. Not too many, few angry people on Facebook. So, I hate how it's not showing the most recent ones. It's dumb. Facebook, get your life together. All right. See, I hate how it's not showing me that. Oh well. Justin says it sounds like Double Dare 2000. Yeah. Teresa says, suggestion, don't do this. Psh, I'll be fine. I can't make people do things on this show without doing it myself. So for the most part, we're not there yet. Once I've proven myself on this show, then I can kind of sit out a few things. But for the most part, I didn't juggle the knives, didn't do that. I got hypnotized. I'm still freaking out about that. But oh yeah, we need throw-up buckets too. That's gonna be crazy. How do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about? I don't know. I don't know how queasy people are. I'm totally cool with people puking, not on the set, but in their throw-up buckets. Would you guys rather them leave the set to throw up, or stay on and like have the camera people get it? I have to see if the camera people are squeamish. I think it's hilarious. As long as they get it in the buckets and then leave. That's gonna be crazy. Cause I don't know. I don't want people. I don't know. If one person throws up, it's gonna cause a chain reaction. I don't know. I have to do some research. I really didn't think that part through. Like if one person starts throwing up. So we have James the Nerd who wants to do it. We have Charlie saying she wants to do it. This is gonna be. It's gonna turn into like people I care about versus complete strangers from Myrtle Beach. And I'll be rooting for everybody at home, obviously. All right, guys. So I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for watching episode 8 of the Late Night Web Show. This was fun. Nice little quiet episode. I'll got some videos for next week. Again, shout out to our sponsors, Prank Dial, BuyMagicDownloads.com, and Daciny. And what was the other one? Restream.io. So check all them out. I'll have their links afterwards, and we'll be posting some clips and some videos and all that fun stuff over the next week or so. So I will see you next week at 8 o'clock. We are at 8:30 tonight. We're going back to 8 o'clock tomorrow Eastern. So if you're in the Pacific time, and depending on if you celebrate daylight savings or not, yeah. So thank you to everybody who also participated in helping with the show, including Tony Pimentel, who helped write most of the mean tweets. I think I only wrote one of them. I wrote a bunch of them, but his were a lot meaner than mine. Putting this together, and for everybody who participated in the caption contest, and for everybody who was watching, I know the first 20 shows or so are going to be kind of ramping up into what the show is going to be like. So, like I said, we're going to get all these things kind of fixed and working correctly, and it's going to be freaking awesome. So, if you're tuning into these shows, thank you, because we're going to, like I said, we're going to start getting people here. We're going to have like crazy guests every week. People who work on the show are pushing to do multiple guests per show, but we're going to see how all that goes. It's just a very, very new experience for everybody. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Shout out to everybody who's been watching, and I will see you next week. I'm excited. It's great to be back. I'm glad I'm feeling better, and I decided show every week, no matter what. Well, with exceptions. If I'm like puking, then no. I'll be puking on December 5th during the hot sauce contest. And if you want to participate in the hot sauce contest, DM me on Twitter or on Instagram or on Facebook. Send like a private message, that way I can keep track of everybody. Because if you just comment, it might get lost. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you next week. Good night.